Hey, how you doing today? This is Hookem, Mr. Hookem Fishing, and I'm coming to you to throw some footage at you. Give you a little input on what I do and how I do things. Um, some of you have seen some of my um, catches that I have posted and everything, but for the viewers that immediately around me that sees me basically every day or every week, you have seen the catches that I have been catching, and a lot of people have been amazed. And to be honest with you, it kind of shocked myself. But moving forward without ado, so what we're gonna start out with is my setups. Um, a lot of people have been telling me about whole catfish. So I'm gonna tell you what I do for whole catfish. It's kind of like a three species type of fishing. Um, well, you can say more than a three species type of fishing because what I do, it basically attracts any predator that's out there that's hungry. Um, I'm gonna go with my setup, and it's a simple setup. You don't have to go all that expensive because what I did this Durango that I got, Shakespeare Durango. It's this one here is 6'6". Um, my line on it, I got 10-pound Bass Pro crappie. Um, I have a bobber, and I have my interesting setup right here. We'll get to next. I got my spit shots. They're size 5, and I do Aberdeen hook. I don't go no bigger than a 4 and no smaller than a 2. Um, and I got a crazy knot, a crazy knot that I call it a crazy knot because it's the way that I tie it. But I'll have a segment on that later on, my crazy knot because I do all my hooks and things like that there because when you get to the point and you start losing fishes, you come up with some kind of ideal that you don't want to lose none of your fishes. So that's what I do. And that's basically my practice over the years that I've been fishing. Okay, this setup here is designed for night fishing. I have my cork, my bobber. I have this slip cork stick off in it. Then what we have is a night glow stick right here. And we have this here. We have this here barber stopper right here, right here. I get these at Walmart now, and I used to get them at Bass Pro Shop. But my glow stick, um, I get them from Walmart also. Um, the beacon torch, only one stick comes off in there for $1 and something. So I mean, you can't beat it because it lasts pretty good depending on how you handle it once you open the package and make it start glowing. So and for those that that kind of budgeting, I went on Amazon and found this here. If you can see it, and what I did, I stumbled up on a bundle of them. They call light sticks, and it was like I want to say like $10 and some cent, you know, and it came in a bundle of maybe like 40 or something, or 40 or 50 or something like that there. So yeah, it's a good deal. But okay, now that we did the setup with the bobber, the weight, the stopper, and this glow stick. Now it's interesting right here. If you can see that there, I designed this here. It comes in the package to hold this here glow stick in place. So I didn't design it, but I modified it. Uh, I cut it to the specification that it would adjust and be suitable to me because if you have it too long, then it'll get tangled up in the line, and then once you cast out, then your bait and everything will wrap around the top. So I kept on tampering with it until I got it the way that I feel comfortable with it. Now everybody loves it that fishes with me. So the Pacific bait that I use on this size 4 Aberdeen hook, it's gonna be a size 4 Aberdeen hook. I use the bait of my choice. Shiners, live shiners. And I come to this setup first because the live shiners actually give you the action that you need. For night fishing, this is my setup for night fishing. I can use it for day fishing too, but it's just for night fishing. And now we're going to get to how I specify in my depth range. My depth range, I have I like using this here for crappie, but I catch crappie, catfish, striped bass, uh, smallmouth bass, large bass, all with the shiner. And give and take, you will hook a gar. You will hook a gar or a turtle. And my emphasis that where I fish at, sometimes you might catch a water moccasin. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to be honest with you. You might hang a water moccasin, or they'll start coming around trying to pick at you. And because, I mean, they're hungry too. I mean, if you hadn't ate all day, you'll be hungry too. So they come around and they try to eat. So the thing that kind of helps me out at night, or should I say bank fishing, because I don't have a boat. I don't get in the boat. I don't have the luxury of getting into a boat. I bank fish. So I go to public spots that are accessible legally for me to fish. I do not go on nobody's personal private property or nothing like that there. I don't have the money to pay fines and bail myself out of jail. So we're going to try to stay legal with everything. And of course, we're down here in Shreveport, Louisiana. So the law and regulations are totally different from any other state. So you might want to check with your state about your rules and regulations and try to abide by them, because nobody have that type of money to be paying those large tickets. So this is an interesting thing here that I have. I'm gonna set this to the side. Remember that setup that you're seeing was for crappie. Let me put my towel down. It's for crappie, striped bass, catfish, bass, smallmouth, largemouth. Occasionally you catch a turtle. And sometimes, very rare, I have been catching water moccasin or a snake with it. So you have to be very, very alert to your surroundings. And this thing here, about this off Amazon. Whoa. It's the deeper. The deeper start. This thing here ran me about $100 and something. It comes with the setup instructions, and the good thing about it, you can Bluetooth it, pair it to your cell phone, and it does have features on it that you can find fish, the depth range, what type of terrain is down at the bottom of the water and everything. And crappie, they love hanging around terrain. Well, basically almost all fish loves to hang around some type of terrain for hidden structure, for ambush on bait fish or something that they can eat. So again, I'm gonna tell you how I have this set up for that depth range, and I uses it because sometimes where I fish is at, it's about 3.5 feet deep. So we all know when we're crappie fishing, crappie suspending. So what I do, I will start out with maybe 1.5 feet. If I'm not getting bites, then I might increase it to 2 feet. Once I start hitting that honey sweet spot and start catching them, let me tell you something. For those that want to get out there and have enough poles out on the water to say that they have a war against the fish, when they bite, you're going to have to put that down. you're gonna have to maybe have maybe two poles, and two poles might be a little too much because this is how good they hit. And a lot of people don't understand that when you crappie fishing, these crappie fishing come in groups, and once you find one, you're more than likely to find more. So if you're trying to get a meal on or anything like that, there, then crappie honey spot. Once you find it, you'll have a blast. And it's so much fun. I see so many people out there enjoying themselves, fishing and all that. Little kids out there. I mean, little kids out there. I mean, you might see 2-year-olds out there trying to get their fish on. And I'm just saying that it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And everybody looks out for each other out there. So that's why I mean fun and friendly and safe. So that's because it's somebody else's child doesn't mean that I'm gonna let this child run by the water and not say anything. Hey, 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 don't get too close to that water. Don't get too close to the water. Sir, ma'am, he's getting too close to the water, so we won't have no fallouts, because the last thing we would need to see and want to see, and God forbid anything to happen like that, that is an accident on the water. So this pole that I have my deeper on, it's an, yeah, I'll have to excuse me. I don't have a band-aid. I end up cutting my finger on one of my parts that I have that I will show you. I will show you. Now I'm gonna give you all the details, and if you have any question, please comment so that we can have a refreshing of this here, because this is my first time doing this. So like I say, bear with me, be patient with me. This pole here is a 6'6" Shakespeare Tiger Walmart, and just remember when I say Walmart, because I got an exclusive story coming for you in one of my other videos that explains Walmart, price budget, Walmart, not just on the budget and the money part, but what it can do for you on the water. But anyhow, this is 6'6". This is one of my old catfish rods. I converted over to my fish finding rod because I'm a banker. I don't have a boat. I don't have the luxury of a boat. I don't have all the electronic gadgets that some of us may have on our boats and stuff. That makes the fishing targeting very easy. So I mean, you can go out there in 5 minutes if you got the right equipment and stuff. You can catch your limit and come home, leave. But when you're bank fishing, you got to scout. Old school way. You heard that exclusively from Mr. Hookem himself. So, okay, coming down to my deeper. As you see right here, I just have some connectors on there. Some swivel connectors. Got 2 of them on there just to be on the safe side. And it hooks up into that little groove right there. Don't throw it too hard, because this is $100 and some that you might be throwing out in the water and break off and lose it. And somebody in a boat might just come along and might ignore you until you forgot about it, and they grab it and go with it, because anybody can set this up. It's got a right here. It's got a USB card that you can recharge this thing and go. And this is 65-pound braided line. 65-pound braided line. Walmart. So I'm going to sit that to the side. Now, we talked about crappie, striped bass, catfish, the turtles, the snakes. Alligator gar might end up hitting that live shad. Now we're fishing with live shad on this setup here. 6'6" Shakespeare Durango. It's a medium action rod. You need something kind of sensitive, but that you can feel the fish bite. You got a bobber, slip bobber, slip float. You got size 5. Weight sinkers. Well, snap on weight. You got this bead stopper. You got the night bobber for night fishing. You can use this for day. You got the slip stick that comes in some certain cork package that you can cut and use for multiple setups. So that way you can have this on there. And like I said, I took this here and I cut a portion of it. And I slid my nightstick, glow stick off in there. Pushed it up on there, sturdy. Make sure it's on there, that it won't come off when you cast. And I have this here set. You might want to go, before you go on the water, get your measuring tape. I have done it. I start from there and I go down. I know the range that I'm going to be fishing at. So I'm up and down. So just by looking at it, nobody's going to be on point. So if you look right here, let me turn this around. If you look right, if I can get the camera to see it. Right there. You see that black? That black mark right there? That black mark right there? From the tip of my rod, right there, to where my finger is at. That's 1 feet. Then we go down right here. See another black mark. That's 2 feet. Then I got one down here to 3 feet. See, because remember, 3 feet. So when you're keeping up with your depth, you get your black marker and you can mark it off as you measure it. So this is how I keep up with my depth. So whenever I get in that sweet spot, 2 feet, maybe 2.5 feet, maybe 1.5 feet, I remember it, program it, and once I get that catch in that zone, I stay in that zone. I might have me a couple of poles and scatter them out, because remember, you're scouting for the fish from the bank, and the fish are scouting for the food. So that's that on that. And let me keep you in mind of this, that in the beginning, while crappie fishing, you might have a mixture of striped bass. Other folks used to tell me that you got to weed through the scrapers to get to the perch. Or you got to get a little deeper for the perch. That depends on the depth. Because stripes, they will hit from the bottom, they will hit from the middle, they will hit from the top. They will hit from the top. So that's my setup for my minnow, my shiners. And I'm going to say on this topic here, because I'm doing this at the same time, because I take that Barber slip cork and I take this, my trusty dusty, for all you anglers, crappie anglers, you know, this red stands for on fire. It stands for on fire, man. And this here is also a Durango Shakespeare. This one here is a 6 foot, but I also have a 7 foot. My 7 foot kind of get me out a little better. Same line, 10 pounds, Bass Pro crappie. And my reels are the same. My reels are the Shakespeare reels. It's the 2235 RD. Basic. Walmart. Walmart setup. Bass Pro screen. Now, I got these weighted bobbers from Bass Pro Shop. They come in a bundle. Not all that expensive. And what I have here is my spit shot, number 5. And then I down to the bottom, I kind of went to maybe like a 2. Just so my cork won't disappear underwater. I want to get that cast out there far as I possibly can with the weight. Then this bobber is already weighted. And we got 2, number 5. And then we got a number 2 at the bottom. And for your pleasures only, this jig head, 1/16 of an ounce. Walmart, all day long. You can get them in a set. Maybe anywhere from, I want to say $5 to $9 in a variety package. You might have 1/32 ounce jig heads, and the heads come in different colors. See, there's pink on this one. I have multiple rods with the same setup, different jig heads. So if I want to change the jig out, I can. This jig here, it do pretty well here. I think this is the, quote me if I'm wrong, the jigs that I use, I just grab them all from Walmart. I just see the color and I grab them. If it's a style that I want, because I started out with the monkey milk of this size here, and I change them over. You might have a black off in there, a black jig head, a green, loud green jig head, and a chartreuse jig head. Let me say that right, chartreuse jig head. And you might have a black, and then you have the pink. And let me put this down. Now, I used to start out with this here. It's kind of like was a monkey milk, but it got old with the flakes in it. And I used to have good luck with that. And now this is some monkey milk with salt and pepper up in it. Used to have absolute fun with that. And I'm giving you all this information because when we get out on the water, if you see me, I'm gonna tell you to look back, remember back at the video, but don't think that I'm gonna leave you by the roadside. I will stop my fishing and help you get started catching fish. My goal is to make sure everybody have fun while they're on the water, enjoying and catching. So this one here, it's been so long since I used this one, but I keep it in my collection because I have a little waistline bag that I keep my favorites off in, that I know that they're hidden. And you have to, as you catch fish, you have to remember what was the weather like, the time of day, the wind, is the wind blowing, was the water calm, the temperature. You have to remember all that there. And the setting of the moon, because a lot of people think that the moon, or say that the moon has something to do with it. Well, you know, I'm not going to argue with that, because I get out there and fish. I catch fish no matter what. Now, let me correct that. As a fisherman, you're not going out there every day catching fish. You're not. That's going to be days you get skunked. Now, and I'm saying this because on one of my posts, somebody stated that I was lying about the questions that they asked me, and I answered it. Well, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I could tell you my answer. My answer might not suit everybody. Take that with a grain of salt. And I want to say this is I kind of remember it being the chicken something. Like I said, I stay busy. I have a lot going on. Try to stay physically active and everything due to health reasons and stuff like that there. So I'm getting old. I forget a lot, but I do not forget fishing, because this fishing is taking my mind away from problems, health issues, and everything. So I'm not looking for sympathy. But family, I love you. Now, this here will get you a lot of stripers. The white and blue glitter. Walmart. It'll get you stripers. If you want stripers, it will get you stripers. And I'm not going to say it won't get you catfish, and it won't get you perch, white perch, or crappie, should I say. It will do it. It will do it. If you're working it right, presenting it right, it will do it. Now, I'm saving the best for last. Walmart. Ernst, Black Dot, Chartreuse, Black Dot, Tail. Crappie loves it. Here go another feature of it, but without the speckles in the tail. Orange and Black Dots, Chartreuse Tail. They love this. And the reason why I say they love this, 13 and 15-inch crappies. They love it. You see this? With the pink and black. It looks different in my camera, but that's actually pink and black head. Walmart. You want some meat on your plate? 13 to 15-inch crappie right here. You got to present it right. You got to be in that sweet zone. Now, for what you've been waiting for, hot action. Hot crappie action. Blue ice. You better have one pole in the water, and you better be paying attention. Blue ice. Blue ice. "30 minutes was the busiest moment for me. Nobody could find no crappie fishing at the beginning of the hole that I was at. I didn't feel like walking to the back of the hole. I started scouting. Throw that blue ice on there. Hit that sweet spot. I couldn't stop my cork from going down. 30 minutes were hitting good. It's like they stop. Crappie they gonna have their break. Just like you have school, you have recess, crappie gonna have their break. But when they started back, I managed to have 49 crappies in my bucket. It's up to you to believe. It's up to you to believe. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all up too long. Gave you the setup on my Walmart specials. 6'6" and 6 foot. Shakespeare, Durango rods. my Shakespeare reels, Walmart, and my 10-pound Bass Pro crappie, my cork setup, my 5 spit shot. I love the 5 spit shots. They absolutely work. And two size 2 spit shots. My slip cork, my night barber setup, my bead stopper, Bass Pro, Walmart have them. My weight barber, my jig setup, and remember that sweet spot, 1 foot to 3 foot. If your area lake is 3 foot to 5 foot, you want to stay. If put it like this, if your water level is 6 feet, crappie suspend. They look up. That live bait over their head drives them wild. But for the ones that are coming for the 12 to 15 inches, do it like this here and find that sweet spot. Put that minnow on that hook, and I put my hook behind the dorsal fin. I put it behind the dorsal fin, not to the top of the skin, because you will end up feeding the fish. Put it to the point that that hook is sturdy in there, but not killing that minnow. You want the fish action. You want the action. Man, it's been a pleasure. It's an honor for you to help me grow. Mr. Hook'em Fishing. One love. God bless you all. Y'all be safe and have fun.